So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the new update is for Amazon, the Rufus AI, what it means to you as a seller and why you should care. And then I'm going to show you also how to optimize your listings with the aid of our GPT. So just to get straight into it, what is Rufus? So Rufus is a new way for shoppers on Amazon to search and discover products. This is different from the regular search bar, which you would always have at the top of Amazon, where it's very keyword centric, right? So people would just search, as per the example on the screen, you would just search Valentine's Day gifts. It's a way for shoppers to approach search with a more conversational approach, more discovery based. It's focused more on the intent behind what the shoppers are trying to find and the semantics of the words themselves. So the best way I can just show you is to actually just run this demo that I've made. So let's just say I've got a long flight coming up and I want some headphones to block out the noise of the engine. So instead of just searching noise cancelling headphones, and because the noise of the airplane is important to me, trying to block that out, I'm going to approach this with like a very descriptive way of saying headphones that can block out the sound of an airplane engine. And then once you let Rufus load, which is accessed on the bottom right icon, it's going to give me 3 different product listings. The reason why this is important for you as a seller is because, well, I mean, ideally, you would want your products to display on these pages, right? So if we go into any of these listings, what you're going to see is actually, even within the bullet points themselves, they actually address the very specific concern that I mentioned with blocking out the airplanes. So if you scroll down, go to the bullet points, you got in the second one here, it goes, it can detect and cancel a wide range of low frequency and mid frequency noises, such as the noise of cars or aircraft engines. So that's what it means to use Rufus, right? Especially as a shopper, right? You have to consider it more like Alexa than anything else. So yeah, why do you need to care? Basically, this is not going anywhere, right? AI is just going to keep evolving. I mean, back with Alexa in the first place, its first iteration was more to do with making a smart home, right? Just turning off the lights, but then it's evolved over the years. They did have some. I think they pushed harder at times to encourage like purchases, but I don't think it quite took off. But if you've been keeping up with the news, you might see about the whole new Alexa Plus, which is actually way more in line with like modern chat AIs that you can have conversations with. So between that and Rufus, I imagine there's going to be an integration together in the future, to the point where you can't really avoid the fact that you need to be aware of how shoppers over the coming years are going to change how they actually approach shopping online. In terms of how to optimize a listing, this is not just baseless. So there's a big study by Seller Centrics, I believe they're called, no, Seller Sessions, and they did a big deep dive on the patterns for Rufus. So I can show you the website. I'll link it in the comments or the description. And it's just a big breakdown, basically, of all the patterns they could get their hands on, what it means, breaking down how it actually works. And yeah, it's a big report, so I definitely recommend worth reading if you want to be a bit more in the know. Alternatively, just keep watching the video. I'll just show you the important stuff. But for you as a seller, if you can get on this sooner with your products, then it's going to help improve the discoverability of your products. It's going to help you rank higher. It's going to help bring in new sales as well, because it's not just from top of search. It's going to be from Rufus as well. So it's another channel to consider. So how and where to optimize? Basically, it's not just your titles and bullet points. It's everything. It goes down to, well, you've got your backend keywords. You've got the customer question and answer sections. Product images is a big one. having text on your product's images, and then also the alt text, which is basically just how you how you name and save the file. So it's like a descriptive way of explaining what's in the image. So then when Amazon's basically searching for such, it can go, well, I'll give you an example later, but it's important basically. But it's everything. So how to optimize? What it comes down to really is not just focusing entirely on keywords, but more about um, inserting things that shoppers actually care for in a way that actually matches how they search, but then also more importantly, how Rufus would like categorize your listing. So there's going to be more of a focus on like the features, but linking those directly to the benefits. So it's not you can't just say these are noise cancelling earphones. These are noise cancelling earphones that are beneficial for blocking out noises, aeroplanes, all these different use cases. Like I mentioned before, you want to be a bit more purposeful with how you add your text to the images themselves, like the 7 to 9 plus images that you can have. You want to make sure they all have text because they can all actually be referenced within someone's search via Rufus. But instead of worrying about that too much, I've already put together a little GPT just for you. That's not for you, but it's for everybody. But either way, I'll give you a quick demo of how it goes, right? So you click on Let's Get Started. First of all, it's going to ask you for your title and your bullets. So I'll just quickly, it's a random listing I found. Go back onto here. I'm going to paste in the title. Come down, grab the bullet points. And then I'm going to click search or enter, whatever. And then it's going to give you a breakdown of what is done to optimize it. But then also, more importantly, it's going to try and teach you exactly what the changes are, why it's made them, and what relevance it has to optimizing for Rufus in the first place. So you can see here, it's like rearranged for readability and impact. It's maintained all the keywords, which is important. Actually, you don't want to lose any of the keywords because they are still important and they are important for ads. So you don't want to lose anything. But it's just more about making it flow almost more conversational in a way. Optimize bullet points. It's just finishing these up for us. So it's saying it's got better flow, better clarity. It's got stronger noun phrases. So added terms like advanced hybrid active noise cancelling and seamless dual device connectivity to strengthen the SEO. Shopping intent. And then, once you've got this listing, it's going to move on to doing the product images. So rather than, basically what I want to show you is this listing is already pretty good in terms of the images it has. It's already got good text on them. It's like this one specifically talks about airplane engines, talks about the base, app integration, whatever else. But you can still try and refine it, right? So even though I'd say like this is what you want to try and aim for, about like focusing on the benefits of the product, if you go back and paste it in, I just copied and pasted the image, but you can also save it and upload it. But let's just use this one for example. It's going to help try and refine this even further. So even though the text is pretty good, it's going to try and make it more specific and stuff that's going to help you rank organically within Rufus' search. So instead of enjoys noise-free travel, it's saying superior noise cancellation for peaceful travel. Okay, it's a bit of a mouthful, but you can maybe shorten it if you wanted, if it doesn't quite fit, but you get the point. What it's also going to do is write some optimized alt text. So this is what I was mentioning before. What it comes down to is the way you can also add it in when you upload the images, but basically you just all you have to do is describe what is in the image. So a young man wearing white Soundcore Headphones on an airplane, looking out the window. The text highlights the headphones' ability to block 90% of background noise, including airplane engines and traffic. So just consider this basically another way to help you rank potentially within Rufus, that is. You can continue and upload all your images, but let's just say I'm done with images. It's going to move on then. So you can ask it specifically for what you want, right? So you can focus on the A+ content, which is pretty much like the first two combined, right? So it's to do with like the text, everything that you use, and the benefits and how you push that, but also the images. And it's going to give you it's going to give you alt text for those. You can use this to also get your backend keywords, which again is mindful of not repeating keywords already used in the listing. The idea is it's more to do with keywords that aren't in there, but also are still relevant. And then another big factor is also the customer Q&A sections of your listings, right? So you can help be preemptive by getting like a list of potential questions and then ways that you can provide responses to that. Because that is also a big part of Rufus, is how that's what shoppers do, right? They'll go onto a product listing and then I go to the Q&A, right? Does this thing address my pain point? So if you already have a resource already addressing that, then that's only going to help you rank for searches that you wouldn't otherwise thought about. So yeah, that's the bulk of the GPT. You can try it out for yourself. Just a few things to consider. When you do make changes to your listing, it's going to take a little time for it to actually have an impact. So you have to give it, a couple of weeks, because it's basically Amazon's just doing like a new review on it. It's going to see how it resonates with different customers, different shoppers. So it may impact your sales in the short term, but this is always the case regardless of anytime you make changes to your listing. So if you're making more wholesale ones like this, then yeah, just be mindful of the fact that it's going to potentially have an impact on this. So if you see a dip, it's not because it's not working. It's just these things take time to run. Similar with ads, right? You have to wait up to 10 days for your ads to really get results. Also, it's not, I've done my best to make sure that GPT isn't going to do this, but be mindful it's not removing any keywords. Again, this comes back to ads. If you have one keyword that's like your best converting keyword and then you just happen to remove that, that's not going to do well for you. So just make sure you go through. Sorry, quick pause for the dogs. Just make sure you go through the listing, the suggestions, make sure nothing's really been removed. I'd also recommend just grabbing a search term report, making sure your best keywords are still in there, but also maybe something that you may have missed, and make sure those are included if you can. Again, it's not just about keywords anymore, it's more about keywords and really linking them and providing a deeper dive on like the benefits and the features as much as anything else, but in a ways that people actually search. And yeah, finally, things are moving quickly, right? So just make sure you're trying to stay up to date, continuously monitor your ASINs. Maybe you need to make adjustments. Maybe things you might miss something. It's just a case of always trying to be mindful of this and just trying to keep on the ball. Which you can do if you want by following me on LinkedIn. And if you want to get access to the GPT, just again follow me on LinkedIn. Send me a little DM. Asking for an invite, and I'll send you an invite for the GPT. And that's everything, really. So thank you for listening. If you want the GPT, hit me up on LinkedIn from the description. You can also review this big report. And yeah, that's everything. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you.